I got this. I mean, I don't got this, but I'm gonna figure it out. Good morning. It is now 10:02 and I usually try to be at work for 9, so I'm obviously running a little bit late, but me and Marilyn kind of slept in today after Neil went to work, and it was nice. And ever since then, she hasn't wanted to be put down. In fact, I had to do the first half of my makeup standing up so that I could bounce her so she wouldn't scream. And I'm sorry that last night's vlog ended a little abruptly, although I'm sure most of them probably will. But I had a little breakdown over, I mean, something really silly. It wasn't important and it's not like it's true, but you ever have those mom days where you just feel like you have no idea what you're doing and you don't feel like anybody else thinks you know what you're doing, and it's hard. And I know I'm not the only mom who's ever had a hard time with her first baby, who feels robbed that she had to have a C-section after years of dreaming of a natural birth and 27 hours of labor, or who's stayed up all night with a screaming baby that had reflux and nobody knew it, or had to let go of their dream to breastfeed because they just don't make enough milk, or sit there and cry louder than your baby does until she stops crying, trying to figure out, well, what the heck is going on. It's hard for everyone. It's just nobody talks about the hard parts. Everybody talks about the easy parts. So you're left thinking, am I the only one, you know, that has no idea what they're doing? That doesn't know why God trusted them with this little tiny human? Because some days I really wonder what he was thinking, you know. I mean, I love her to death. But it's way harder than I expected it to be, and way harder than, you know, not that people told me it would be easy, but it's way harder than people talk about, and sometimes it's lonely. Because you feel like you can't talk about it because you feel guilty because nobody else is talking about it, so you feel like you're the only one, which means you're doing something wrong, so is somebody going to judge you for doing something wrong? Even though that's not true, it's hard not to think that whenever you're going through it alone for the first time. She's not a bad baby, obviously, but we had some difficulties in the beginning with reflux where the whole first month she just screamed. Like, if she was awake, she was crying, and we couldn't figure out why. And you know, as a mom, like, I was breastfeeding her, and you feel like it's something that you're doing wrong. Like, I cut the dairy, I did it, like, it took us a whole month to figure out that it was reflux, first of all. And then after that, you know, I tried treating it like that. I wanted to breastfeed so bad, you know, and we were doing good with it, I thought, but she wasn't gaining weight, right? And she was screaming after she'd eat. She was screaming all the time. Who am I kidding? And I tried cutting dairy, I tried pumping extra, I tried taking fenugreek, I tried some little drops I got, which, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more that I could try. It's just, at this point, the only thing that would help her whenever she'd eat, because she would eat so fast, is like these bottles, like the Browns bottles with the green thing in the middle. And since she got so used to eating out of a bottle, she wouldn't even eat from me anymore, so my milk supply went down and I can't get it back up, so that dream is over, even though I wanted that so badly. Yeah, I mean, at some point though, is it selfish if she would much rather have from a bottle? I just wish somebody would talk more about the hard parts. So I've got like one friend that I've talked to about all this, that she makes me feel so much better whenever I talk to her, because she's like, yeah girl, me too. Because you put all the good stuff on Facebook, you know, like the cute little pictures of them smiling and they're laughing, but what you don't see is to get that one smile, you've got about like 100 other pictures of her screaming most of the time. But I love her more than anything in the whole world. And I may not always be the best mom, and I may not be able to give her everything that I want to give her, but no one will ever love her more than me. And now we're back to standing. Okay, it's now 11:20 something, and I'm finally leaving for work. I'm probably going to regret letting Hemingway get in my car after he walked around in the mud. hurry up and get started. I work at a screen print and embroidery shop with my dad called Graphics. I love my job and I love working here.
Amanda's getting our hurricane emergency stuff and laundry and all that fun stuff done. I'm about to go grocery shopping. She's going to have this camera, I'm going to have the cell phone, and we'll cut back and forth, and you can get a full Louisiana hurricane experience.
Well, I mean, we're kind of just getting rain.
Yeah, we're just getting rain.
I'm not going to call it a hurricane yet.
This isn't a... Houston got the legit hurricane. We're getting rain.
We're pretty far inland, so I really just, I mean, for us, it's just going to be high wind and rain, I think.
So, alright, well, wish me luck. Love you. Alright, luckily it's not that bad here in town. I wore my grocery shopping hoodie because it gets really cold in there and I didn't want to get soaking wet. So now I'm just gassing up the old truck, my trusty 2002 GMC Sierra that I've had since I was 17. I've had this car for well over 10 years now. It still runs. So I was just thinking about something. I mentioned my truck, my trusty rusty old run GMC that I've had forever. Part of the reason why I still drive this truck every day, besides, you know, it's paid off, I've had a lot of people ask me, why don't I just go and buy something new? Because most people don't keep their first reliable daily driver 10 years. Well, here's the thing. I love this truck. Like, a lot of car guys in particular will look for their first vehicle that they used to have in high school, or one of the cars they wanted in high school, and whenever they're, you know, late 20s, early 30s, you know, and have a little money to throw around. Well, I'm lucky enough to have kept mine, and I've started doing all the stuff that I wanted to do when I was in school. I always wanted a sort of lowered truck, and these rims look just amazing, and while it's all done on kind of a budget, I'm very happy with it. I think it looks great. If you're driving a car and you don't look back at it whenever you go to get out, you're not driving the right car. And that's really my process for picking any vehicle. Amanda thinks that I have by far the worst taste in vehicles of any human being alive, but I like them. They're mine. Now let's go grocery shopping. Terrible grocery shopper. I've literally just been walking around the store just trying to remember things that I need. This is why I need Amanda. She makes lists. I just make that.
Not gonna lie, one of the bonuses of parenthood is getting to watch kids' movies again. So Neela's going grocery shopping real quick, and I'm packing up some things because they canceled the schools tomorrow. But I mean, it's supposed to rain and get really high winds tomorrow afternoon. So we're gonna go wait it out at my parents' house just to be on the safe side. So I'm trying to get some stuff packed up and some bottles boiled so we can be ready to go and get a bag packed. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna get that serious for us, but I'm gonna be on the safe side just in case, because I'm sure a lot of people who got it pretty serious didn't think it was gonna hit them serious either, and I'd rather be over-prepared than under-prepared in this particular situation. But it's hard trying to pack a bag of like everything you might possibly need if you could never come home again.